If you're still using dynamics or model-driven apps by coming in here and clicking, building filters, or doing it this way, or you create new records by going in and doing everything through the UI, you don't need to do this anymore. You can now do this through MCP. I'm going to show you how in Visual Studio Code, you can just talk to a chatbot and it can do all of this for you. It can even create records for you so you're not clicking unnecessarily. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to show you what happened to my eye. I'm Sean Ostrahan, a trainer at Untethered 365, and let's get started. To do anything we're covering here, you're going to need Visual Studio Code and GitHub for Copilot. The link is below, so download that. This tutorial assumes you already have the GitHub Copilot chat installed. We begin in the File Explorer, and we want to make a new file called MyMCP-DV-Helper, or name it whatever you want. Next, I'm going to open up Visual Studio Code, and I'm going to open my folder. In Visual Studio Code, you want to come up here and press the greater than symbol, and then type in MCP. Another way to get to it is if you press Control-Shift-P, that will also set it up, and Command Palette. We're all in the same place. So type in MCP, and we want to select Add Server, and we want to select HTTP. Now, what do we put in here? Well, if we open up our URL, and all we need to do is take our Power Apps Dynamics URL and simply add the word API/MCP, so it should look like this. And let's paste that in here and press enter. And then we want to give it a name. I'm going to call it my MCP Server Dataverse. And then I'm just going to put my company name. You could make it available to like any workspace you have, but I'm just going to keep it just right here for right now. You should get a pop-up here that says to sign in which account do you want, choose it, and you'll probably get an error here, and then if you follow it, you'll notice that it takes you to a URL with instructions. But the main thing you need to do is if you hop into your environment, choose the one you want, and then go under Settings, open up Product, go under Features, and if you scroll down, you will see one about Dataverse MCP. Make sure this is enabled. I also like to enable this other one right here for the preview version. Last thing is save that. And then open up Advanced Settings. And you see here how this says no. That's Bad News Bears. You want to open that, toggle that to yes, save and close. And then I also like to close out of Visual Studio Code and open it up one more time. And then if I hover over here, if all went well, it'll let me start it. It should be running. And now what I can do is I can ask it certain questions like how many custom tables are in Dataverse. And mine's running a bit slow, but depending on which model you use and which GitHub for Copilot plan you're on, it can run a lot faster. Cool. It was smart enough to ask me, like, what do I mean by custom? Oh, cool. There are 17 tables. Okay. Yes, there's a teach. It wanted me to list its columns or sample records. Give me the top 5 records. And cool. Here we are. Water sports, animal safety, blah, blah, blah. And this is a pretty handy button. If you come down here and click on Connect Tools, you can look inside of here and then say, oh, there's my handy little MCP server that I made. It's got, okay, it can list tables, it can update, it can create records. That's interesting. So now I can ask you more elaborate stuff like which instructors have a certification for animal safety and are older than 50. So if we ask which instructors are older, so it's doing its thing. It creates the query. I can check, does that look right? And then it has to sometimes do some joins to get this all right. Hey, there's Ben, like we thought. And also Alex, who is 110 years old and still teaching scuba diving. We don't need to worry about his age. And we can even create records like create a new instructor named Harry Potter, who is 26 years old. Also make a certificate called Brew Maintenance and assign it to him. Oh, it's going to tell me everything it's going to insert. It's nicely checking with me before it does anything. So if I refresh certifications, there is broom maintenance. Let's see if Harry Potter is in the building. There he is. And then, of course, does he have the certification? Boom! Like, this is just scratching the surface of what you can do. And to answer your question of how I got this, it was simple. My dog's an Australian Shepherd. She got really excited, and as I reached down to get a toy from her mouth, she jumped up and hit me right in the face. The end. Also, if you need a good Claude tutorial, not VS Code for Dataverse MCP, this guy GoDigit has a really good one. I'll link to that here.